Okay, everybody, welcome to the Dune review. I'm just going to quickly mention, if you haven't seen it, a quick short clip that I made. I am doing a giveaway. I've got this Odeon guest ticket. I managed to get a hold of one of these at the Dune viewing. It's basically just, you can go to any, it's basically essentially a free movie ticket to any like Odeon cinema essentially. You can go to even the Odeon Lux, the really fancy ones. So yeah, I'm giving this away. So all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and make sure you just write a comment down below and your favourite film and why. I'll just choose a random comment and I'll announce the winner in the next video. So thank you for taking part. Get your hands on this. Good luck. Okay, so just wow is pretty much the word to sum up this film for me. I genuinely don't really, I can't find any negative except one thing, but it's certainly not a bad thing, which sounds weird, but I'll get to it in a minute. It's just, everything's just incredible. That's going to be basically the word of the day, incredible. The score, the sets, because obviously he does like the pretty much build up nearly all of the sets and add in like CGI behind. So just amazing sets, score, characters, just absolutely amazing. I've seen many people say like on posters and things and other reviews saying it's like a visual masterpiece. And I definitely have to agree with that. It's just amazing, incredible spectacle for sure. You know, I was sitting in the cinema and it just took us back to like when I was watching the Blade Runner 2049 in the cinema. That really, again, it just sit in your chair and you're just taken away to this other world. This is just very similar to that. Like, if you want to be taken away on an experience, this is the film. Go and see it. Because this guy, I don't want to butcher his name, but Denis Villeneuve, I believe. What an outstanding guy this is. Like, I still feel he's very, very underrated. Obviously, he has done some really good films. Arrival, and again, Blade Runner 2049. It's a shame what happened there. He did not making his money for the film back with the box office and things, because it was such an amazing film, in my opinion. And again, with this, and that was part of the concern for me. I was a bit worried that I wasn't going to make the money back because of what happened with like Blade Runner 2049. Because I'm so interested in this after seeing it, I want to get part 2, but I imagine from the looks of it is highly expensive. And obviously in the States, they've got HBO Max and it's also released on there, which is just going to be a huge hindrance to how much money the film makes. So we'll see what happens there, but hopefully it makes its money back so we can get part 2, because it's just amazing. But I will say on that, like, my IMAX screening was pretty much nearly full. So I'm optimistic that it's going to do well and make its money back. Like, the sheer size of everything as well. Like, I was sitting in my chair. I was about four rows from the front. In an IMAX, might have been a bit too close, but I was just sitting there, and when the worm come on the screen, honestly, I was just like there with my mouth open, like, just amazed at what I was watching, how they'd done it. And as I say, if you can see this film, go and see it in IMAX. Go and see it in IMAX. Definitely, it's definitely worth that little extra bit money that you have to pay for that huge screen and better surround and everything. Just definitely go see it in IMAX. Obviously, I have said, and you're aware, in the States, maybe in your country as well, they have HBO Max and it's on there. If you make that decision to watch at home, I absolutely respect your decision, but we can't be friends. I was watching this, especially around the start, it's just, I was getting very like, say, if you put 300 Star Wars, Game of Thrones in a blender, and you just made an absolute delicious movie smoothie, this would be the outcome. just all the best bits. It's got like a little bit of political stuff in there, just so you can get an understanding of the different houses and everything and where they're coming from. I was a little concerned that the politics was gonna completely overrun the whole story, but it doesn't. There's a good amount in there. Again, it just builds a bit of intrigue and more story. With the 300, I thought there was actually one point at the start. I literally thought someone was going to do a Sparta kick, some dude down a hall shouting, "This is Sparta." But just like the visuals kind of thingy for 300 as well, and just with Star Wars as well, just the whole sci-fi aspect and the spaceships and that, just all the best bits from all of them, pop them into here, smashing. Also, in a way, when I says like for 300, it's got these these weird women in these nun gown things, and it's kind of like, do you know in 300 how there's like the woman who sort of like foresees prophecies and all that kind of stuff. There's just them in it as well, and there's a really tense scene where she's kind of wanting to grasp Paul, Timothy's character, like his powers and that. So he's putting it's not really a spoiler. He's got to put his hand in a box. You see it in the trailer, and yeah, it's really tense scene, really well done, and just again, them women for seeing the prophecies and all that are just really weird. Now I'd be here all day if I was gonna like just point out every single character and how amazing they're done in the role, but I think I will say on Timothy Chalamet, the dude shut me up because the only film I had seen him in was Little Women, and I was far from convinced of seeing him in anything like this. Like I just don't buy him. But after this, I was just fantastic, fantastic job. And as I say, he definitely shut me up. An amazing performance. Well, anything? I mean, you've probably seen from the trailers. He has these like visions that are essentially kind of like from into the future. And yeah, again, I'm not to spoil anything whatsoever. I know, but he has these like obviously trick things and skills that you learn about throughout the film. However, come the end of the film, there's actually still quite a lot to unravel with them. There's things there that still, you're still yet to be seen. So just incredible job. Obviously, if you've read the books, I'm sure you pretty much know everything that's going on. But I personally haven't, so it's good because I'm just interested to see what it's all about. Another actor that is just worth a total shout out. Again, everyone does amazing for sure, but one that deserves more to be spoken of, I think, is Zendaya, who plays Cheney in the film. She is also just absolutely amazing, and again, another reason I want part two is because apparently it's more on her character. I think she does absolutely amazing. Again, you get to just see little clips in his dreams and things of her, but it's just an absolutely amazing job, absolutely beautiful. And she just does, as I say, a great job. You see more. You get to see. This is what I mean though with the ending. You get to see a little bit more of it at the ending, and then it's just gone. But again, she does a phenomenal job. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I would be here all day if I was to discuss and go into detail about every character because they just all do amazing. But Rebecca Ferguson is his mother, who also has these skill things going on, and you also learn about them throughout the film. However, she does a good job. You can tell she has some secrets going on, especially by the end of the film. I think she's got some dark secrets. But yeah, just an amazing job. Jason Momoa, he plays like this, top soldier fighter guy. Plays that part very well. Just if they're in the film, they've done amazing. Okay. One thing I will say, I wanted to see more of Dave Bautista. He's kind of like in the villain house, if you will, but you don't get to see much of him. You get to see little bits, and it's definitely intriguing. And from the looks of it, hopefully, if we get part two, we'll see more. I definitely want to see more of him. And with Stellan Skarsgård, damn, that dude's creepy. I mean, he's like the top villain, if you will. He kind of reminds us of Immortal Joe from Mad Max Fury Road because he's got these kind of like deformity things going on. and he's got a great voice as well for it. Just very, very creepy. Uh, just another thing I will say as well, they've got these like shield things that they put on the wrist, yeah, and they just like tap it, and it's sort of like when they go to battle, though, obviously the practice training for battle, they just give it a tap, and it's like this cool effect. It looks absolutely amazing. Like at the start, it is a slow start, I will say, but you get to see this about like 20 minutes in or something, not to pick it up, just to pick the pace up a little bit. There's a cool little practice that Timothy and Josh have, and it's with the shield, and they just tap it, and it turns into this cool effect where it's like a shield all around the body, and it's like blue, so it doesn't matter where they hit, and you just see it like it goes, it just like blurs the shield. But obviously, critical points, like or wherever, it goes like red, so just absolutely amazing little things like that I put in the filler. It just looks so cool. And as well, in one of the trailers, I think the effect that there's for the blue eyes, it looked a little bit dodgy in the trailer, I think, but in the film, it definitely looks better. And they get that by, I think, the vermin or something, and it's like the spice in the sand from the desert. It's given them that, and yeah, it just looks really, really cool. Like, I hated the ending, but I loved it at the same time. It teases you so much. You kind of get to see these things that have been teased to you throughout the film, and then it's like the South Park meme.
Currency accounts with compounding interest, and it's gone.
But as I say, it's not necessarily a negative because the film's done such a good job in getting you so interested in the film. But it's just, I want part two. So yeah, just go and see this film. I can't stress enough. I know it's been out in other countries quite a while now. I'm a little late to the party here. But if you haven't seen it, you've been just very much debating on it, go and see it, please, in the cinema. I understand if people make the decision to watch on HBO Max, but if you want just the sheer spectacle and that, do yourself a favour and go to the cinema. So yeah, let us know if you've seen the film, if you plan on going to see it, and as well, don't forget about the giveaway. Pop in the comments down below, like your favourite film and the reason why it's your favourite film, and I'll be sure to pick a winner. So thank you for watching. Comment down below your thoughts on the film, and as usual, have a great day.